This is Frank Fantini, and I'm here with Danny Gladstone, who's the CEO of Ainsworth Technologies, which is a Australia-listed gaming technology company that has gained considerable traction in North America, and we'll talk about that a little bit to lead off with. I also want to say that we have companies that have very generously sponsored portions of our online presentation of G2E, and Ainsworth has stepped up and has been the lead sponsor for all of the content that we're presenting this year. And Danny, I want to thank you for that.
My pleasure, and it's an honor to do it. Thanks, Frank.
Thank you. I alluded to the growth that you've had here in North America, and probably the physical evidence of that is the very big plant that you're building here in Las Vegas. Can you tell us a little bit about what that plant will accomplish and also your strategies for North America?
I'm glad you mentioned the plant because it is quite large. I did a walkthrough the other day. It's over 300,000 square feet. That facility will not only give us a very solid stake in the ground in North America, it will give us a chance to expand on the number of engineers and software development, game development we can do within the country as we try to increase our market share. Basically been happening in years gone by, all the product development has been out of Australia. We want to shift North American product development in North America for North America, and that facility will give us obviously a good manufacturing facility, but a place to house more engineers and grow the company.
Okay, great. Now, your two largest competitors, IGT and Scientific Games, the industry's two biggest competitors, have taken almost a conglomerate approach, and they're everything now from lotteries to the traditional slot machines and Class 2 and VLTs and so on. Ainsworth has always been more focused. Can you tell us a little bit about your focus strategy as opposed to that conglomerate strategy?
Well, I think the company's got a longer history than its actual existence. You know, as we discussed earlier in a private conversation, our chairman has been in the industry for a long time. He founded Aristocrat some 60 odd years ago. So, you know, Len, as a chairman of the company, has got some very definite ideas of what they do. I've been in the industry over 40 years myself. I know what we want to do. And the people we have employed the company are gaming machine people, and that's been our strategy, to try to produce a good gaming machine that'll give a point of difference, give the American players something that, you know, hopefully they're not getting elsewhere. You talk about the other two. They've made huge steps, and you know, God bless them. They've got big jobs to do to put all that together. And but we know who we are. We know what we want to do. We want to expand our Class 3 operations all across the Americas and other gaming operations as well.
You've been growing organically.
We have.
Do acquisitions play into any part of your future?
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty common knowledge in the industry. We put a big bid in for Cadillac Jack. Class 2 has a huge interest for us. We think, given the experience and our unique game library, we would be able to fit into that market very well. We believe it's, you know, there's a real synergy between a Class 3 and a Class 2 manufacturer. So they're goals that we have to enter that market. Some of the customers we deal with already in Oklahoma say they'd like to see us there, and that's something we'll consider doing as soon as possible.
One of the buzzwords this year is going to be skill-based gaming.
Yeah.
Anything from Ainsworth on that front?
Look, there's no buzz with me, and I've just admitted that I've been in the industry for 40 years, and when I was a 20-year-old selling machines, people would say, have you got something that can get the younger generation into the game? And I say, yeah, well, let them get older and they'll come across. I think it's you know, I applaud the effort that people have done to try to bring something new to but bringing a skill-based game that can work and make money and cover the cost of building the equipment is going to be difficult. I'll wait to see the final details, but I think it's not going to be as easy and promising as a lot of people expect.
Yeah, I'm a little bit of a skeptic on that too.
Yeah, me too.
In addition to skill-based, we also have this very rapidly changing gaming industry. We have things exist today that nobody thought of several years ago, like social gaming and various interactive. And now here in the U.S., everybody's really excited about daily fantasy sports, which didn't exist. And daily fantasy sports is almost the old time now, because now we have esports, which is sort of like a betting exchange for sports betting. What's Ainsworth's plan to play in this interactive world?
Can I just, I'll make a comment first. I think going back to your previous question, that's where the younger generation and people are playing on the mobile apps and things like that. And people will drift from that to traditional gaming, I believe. Where Ainsworth's going to that site, we have a social site, a company called Digital 616, and it has two apps. It's PokeMagic. We acquired 40% of it earlier in the year, and we'll acquire the other 60% before the end of the year. And we have another app on there called Players Paradise, and we're novices in there. We've only been doing this for the latest 8-9 months, and but I think our game designers are having a lot of fun. But it's making money, and I'm really surprised at the take up of people, how much money they'll do. We got 100,000 average players. With a user thing of 12 cents a day. I mean, no, it doesn't sound so. Some people play more. It's there. People like to do that sort of thing. Tablets are so advanced. Everyone's walking around with some sort of mobile phone with a LCD in it. Yeah.
Right, and you're right. 12 cents a day doesn't sound like much, but it's big numbers of 12 cents, and you also have the opportunity to innovate fast.
Yep.
Because you don't have to go through the regulators for your social gaming.
Well, we did a presentation with some people yesterday, one of the larger corporates, and they said, well, there's some new games. And our chief game designer said, yeah. He said, I tested them on a social site the other day, and he said, I got some really good feedback. He said, they're brand new games. And that is a tool for us. And, we bought the business, and we'll finish buying it, and it's, by the end of the year, it'll be making money for us, which we didn't expect to make money so quickly with it. It really is. Yeah. On the other side of, the online gaming, which is not that real money gaming, we went the other way. We went as a product supplier. We bought an RGS, so we do a B2B business, not a B2C business, and that's starting to move for us as well.
Now, we're here at G2E, and everybody's got their newest and best products to demonstrate. What are the one or two products people must see at Ainsworth before they leave this show?
I just said I did a presentation earlier. We've got 67 brand new math models on the stand, 67 titles, and I congratulate my staff for getting that many games out. I don't want to start saying there's one or two games. I'd like everyone to come and have a look. But we've released a couple of licensed games, Free Amigos, Showgirls. They're all see. But I think the stand's complete. We've got a lot of new titles, a lot of new configurations, hardware. I'm not going to single out anything that they should see. I'd like them to come and see everything.
Okay, great. Our core client is the institutional investor, and we know you're Australian listed, but still you're an investable company. What is it that you would like investors to better know about Aristocrat?
Ainsworth.
Ainsworth, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
well, you might want to know.
We're the parent company, because we've got land.
You might want them to know something about Aristocrat.
Yeah, well, Jamie will love this. Look, we're a smaller company than Aristocrat, who are, congratulations, are doing very well at the moment. The company's listed on the Australian stock market. We pay a dividend, which is a nice dividend. I think we paid a 12-cent per share dividend this year, which makes it pretty good. If you're an American investor, with the exchange rate of the dollar at the moment, I think we'd be a great investment. The company's obviously, as we mentioned earlier, had organic growth in North America. We're setting up, some of the questions you just asked about building a new building here. We're expanding company in this country and in other countries. Every time the window's open, I buy a few more shares.
Right. Final note, you made reference to your chairman, Leonard Ainsworth, who is 92 years old. And I understand he is at the show this year, standing on that concrete floor. So I guess if somebody wanted to meet a true industry legend, he's here.
Well, Len's very approachable. Len, he's a I would like to back him against any 92-year-old I know. He's still very smart and comes into work every day and sits at my desk and says what's going on and this or that. He is a legend in the industry. He started 2 companies. Aristocrat's a great company, and we hope to be a great company. I think we're a good company, but his belief and love of the industry has been wonderful. He's put a lot of money in developing product, and which I think the whole industry all across the world has benefited from Len's input. So if anyone wants to come and see him at the show, he'll be happy to shake your hand and have a chat with him.
Okay, that sounds
He'd
great.
look forward to seeing you.
Great, okay. Danny, thanks very much.
Thanks,
Very
Frank.
interesting and informative.
All right, thanks very much.